An ode to pets. Ode to joy, ode to a nightingale, ode to a Grecian urn. Praises, tributes, celebrations, poets point to something or someone, saying, there, look, see. I'm pointing today, raising my glass to a dog and a bee and a turtle. Ode to Pepper, the stray dog. She's all wobbles and wiggles, a tail wagging the dog. Pepper, puppy, mutt, speckled black spots on a white carpet of fur. Pepper, the tag-along shadow behind me one day on my walk home from Longfellow Elementary. My family fallen apart, my boy heart chewed and fraying. It was second grade, when the world was safe for a child walking home 2 miles alone. That was what we thought in those days. We learned the hard way about that house on the corner, draped in shadow, rotting couches in the yard. Arrests were made. There were whispers in the houses up and down the street. Our house wept. But in the days of blissful ignorance, I knew I could knock on a random door, my gut bursting with an eager number 2, or pause in an alley and dash burnt-out fluorescent light bulbs, pop, 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 onto the blacktop. Then the day Pepper followed me home, and I was smitten by puppy smell, head over heels. Child-hearted love poured from my frayed edges into this glee-filled, flopping-eared, ceaseless chaos of wet nose and tongue and paw. Seasoned with the years, we come to know it scarcely takes a heartbeat to shred a heart. It was distemper, said the vet. And then came the loss of function, the impossible decision, the last goodbye in the backyard, and then the empty, silent house. My soul took notes. Don't let love follow you home. Ode to a bee and a sting. It was so hot the sun melted the sweat from the pores of my skin. I remember dandelions and clover and bees. I was a 3rd grader. I knew about bees. They could sting. They would sting. They did sting. But this one was different. This bee I coaxed, gentle from the clover to my smooth-skinned child finger, tender, crawling, light as air itself, light as sunlight and pollen, light as a tiny single point, light as a stinger. Then the sting, the shock, the betrayal. I didn't know the word, but I knew the thing. I learned later what the bee sacrificed to escape a giant, terrifying mass of flesh and bone. I learned, too, about illusions. The illusion that good intentions were enough and that my world was safe. But my soul took notes. Nothing is safe. Ode to Herbert the turtle. A rescue turtle, still soft-shelled when I carried him home in our blue Chrysler, scooped up by my 4th grade hands from the sands of the southeastern Mojave Desert. I was visiting my grandfather's do-it-yourself patchwork cabin, where I learned to drive in a 1942 water truck converted to haul water, which we pumped into a tank to gravity feed the house. I relocated my tiny immigrant more than 100 miles and awarded him citizenship in Bakersfield, California, until the day I found him plastered on the street just beyond our driveway. I assume attempting a bold escape, no scope for imagining the impossible distance to get back home. My child-hearted love brought him to this place, to be crushed, literally, by my affections. Now, from the perspective of the years, I can see the true object of my tender mercy and my own impossible escaped attempt from the hollow places, my longing for rescue. So my soul took notes. Love can destroy. Ode to my soul's notebooks. I raise my glass and I point. Love can destroy. Nothing is safe. Don't let love follow you home. Ode to Pets.